break. So last night, 2-2 draw with Irlam. Bit of a kick in the teeth right at the end. The 95th minute equaliser for them.
Yeah, very disappointing to be honest. The outcome where we've had a goal disallowed, and lads are vehement about the fact it shouldn't have been. We're not getting anything that way, and then Charlie's decided to do a Panenka and it's not come off, and that kills it 3-1. And then they go and obviously get the break that, in all honesty, they didn't deserve, but deserve's got nothing to do with it, as a certain film star once said. So, disappointed, but not disappointed in where they, acquitted themselves.
And I think you're talking about the goal disallowed. I think it was Joe Middleton's sort of scrambled header on the line, wasn't it, against the keeper? You think that should have stood?
Yeah. The keeper's dropped it for a start. That's what they're all saying. You can hardly see it from where we were, but that's what they were saying. They're all moaning up that the keeper's dropped it, and then the refs made an excuse for him by saying, well, there was then contact, or there was contact. Nonsense.
You contrast that to the goal.
So disappointed.
You contrast that then to the goal we conceded in the 95th minute, where Adam ends up banging his head on the back of the goal as he's shoved into it. It seems a bit. We didn't seem to get the rub of the green on that one either.
Well, listen, and talk about this in a minute, but subjectively, and this is a big part that's forgotten in football now. Subjective data is just as important as the quantitative data, but they're obsessed with quantitative data. Now, I can tell by the body language of our linesmen and referees that it's all over the place. We have some refs saying to the linesmen, don't make any decisions, I'm doing it. And then on other occasions, a ref saying, you make your decisions. And the decisions are so hodgepodge, the timing is against us. And I know for a fact, looking at our body language of our linesmen over here, they're uncertain of what to do. They don't know whether to make a decision or not. It's unfair on them to be told 1 week, don't raise your flag, I'll make the decisions. Even to the point of pointing which way there's a throw-in, because I've seen that done. And then the other week saying, yeah, go ahead and make your decisions. So we're disappointed the way it went. Their equaliser, the first goal, was well offside, and we could all see it across the pitch, because that's where our dugout is now, and bloody miles off. It was. And even their fans behind us were laughing and joking about it, giving us stick saying, your linesman's played him on. So he's not our linesman, he's just a linesman. And then the decision to give the corner at the end, the lads are saying he didn't go out anyway. It's almost like, I've got to make a decision because I don't get a chance to during the game. So you'd soon make a decision if I went up and punched someone, wouldn't you? Yeah? So it's very odd the way that it's been, organised now, football. And then the other extreme, we had a little lecture before the game from the ref about how we behave and all that. And I brought up the fact that the week before that the opposition's manager was sent off for handling the ball. So I said, what do I do when it comes hurtling towards me? Get out of the way of it, I suppose. Yeah. And I said, is it FIFA driven? He said, yeah, it's FIFA driven. So no common sense applied to anything. And even so, what if a manager gets the ball at 20 minutes into the game and gets it and just lobs it somewhere? Just add time on. Go and have a word with it and don't do it again. But send him off. They're short of money or something. So to me, we're getting the rub of the green going against us, but it'll come. And Irlam needed all the help they could get, because I thought they were very poor. They were good at knocking the ball in behind for the 7 early doors, but we got to grips with that in the end. And they were just constantly dangerous on the break, but it was all us. We were trying to play, do the right things. We were mixing it up, long and short balls. So I was really pleased with the lads. It was a good performance. And we take a lot. It's a good bounce back, and they're 6th in the league, by the way. This is how crazy the league is. So the reports we had on them, we knew exactly what to expect. Well, the report from my mate Alf, and they were very ponderous, slow, at the back, poor tempo, and tried to put themselves about a bit, but I thought they were a poor side. And it shows that we made them look poor. And, I'm looking forward to future games if we can keep playing like that.
Just looking at sort of, I suppose, if we take the positive out of it, we played them earlier in the season at Irlam and got beat 4-0. And then this, you have to take this, I suppose, saying the positive growth in that, we have scored twice against them. Should have definitely at least had one of the other two for third. And from that, we've come away with a point feeling disappointed as opposed to feeling dejected after a heavy loss.
Yeah. And when I look at the overall picture, I was propelled into it, and we had, I think, 7 points from 13 games. And now, for the last 12 games I've been involved with the team, from 12 games, we've collected 14 points. And if you're good at the old math, that's a percentage increase of 115%-ish. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So we keep going on those lines, we'll be okay. Although, we're getting injuries. We had San Miguel in still, well, he's not over his flu, bug or virus or whatever it was. We had Adam under the weather for 2 weeks with it. And then he goes and gets an ankle injury. His ankle's ballooned up. He was really severely crocked. We couldn't play Dino to arrest his foot. Al Maitland's down in Cornwall sorting out tin mining or something. So we've got all these things going on. To pick a side from 1 week to the next, it's like juggling dust.
Mm.
But to credit to the lads, no matter who we put out, they're giving a good account, apart from the week before when they should have brought the mask and snorkels and forgot.
Well, yeah,
so
we might be away on Tuesday night at Atherton. It's looking, given how the weather is, increasingly unlikely that will be played on Tuesday.
Well, we don't need to go over there. Sense has got to prevail. It's not fair to drag us over there to play on a swamp, and ruin their pitch as well. So a decision needs to be made early on that, and I'm sure they will.
Yeah, I think to be fair to Atherton, I know some of our guys have been speaking to their guys early doors about that, and they were quite happy to help us make a quick decision on that. So looking ahead then, it will be next Saturday back at the Bowl. We're expecting to be playing next.
Yeah.
What sort of things are you looking at going into? And you constantly talk about looking ahead. What are you looking to be building on and working with going forward?
Yeah, we need to be more refined at what we do. There were some good moments. We were sort of tinkering it. I started a side yesterday that could adapt with just moving personnel around without putting subs on, that could go 3-5-2, 5-3-2, 4-3-3, and we start 4-4-2. So we're getting more, more variation into the systems, and so we're trying to focus on adapting quicker to the opposition, and that's built on what the opposition are doing. So we're giving them a bit more respect. So basically, if the slow tempo like Irlam, we know we can get at them with 4-4-2 and watch on the break. But if some quick tempo teams in midfield, we might have to put the blockers in. We'll still leave two up front. So looking to develop that. But again, we don't have an awful lot of time to train with the guys, And again, it's personnel who can, they've got commitments of work, family, and then there's injury and illness, of course. So just looking to do that, but because we are moving gradually forward in terms of results, and that gives confidence. We're looking to progress that way of thinking, and to be fair, we dominated in large parts yesterday, so that's what I'm looking to do. Get more adaptation into our variation. And it really did help yesterday with having Mikey Williams back. I mean, he was a colossus there. Oh, and that's another one. You see, Clarkie's got injured now. He's got a hamster. He's bought himself a hamster for Christmas. So there's another one. So we'll have to bring, obviously, if Al gets back from his Cornish pasty competition, then we'll play him. But Mikey was great having him back. It was, nice and solid.
As mad as it sounds,
so that's what we're looking to do.
Mikey got a fair few, especially in the first half. He got a few knocks, which but he bounced back from them. How good will that be for himself, just to be able, take a few bumps and get back up and just grow within himself to be able to play such a long period in the game as well?
Yeah, exactly. And I know myself. I've never really suffered many injuries, but I have known lads, and when you who do, and I've just been talking to, drop a name in here, Andy Ritchie for an hour, and he suffered a lot of niggles, and he said, I was talking to him about it, because he said, I see you're a manager now, because I haven't spoken to him for a couple of months, and I said, yeah, and but like injuries like Mikey's been getting, it just rocks your confidence, and you start to get paranoid about your own self, and think, I can't survive this. He's saying to me, I might not last it. I said, yeah, you will. You'll be fine. You're fine. And it's a confidence thing, which is understandable when you keep picking little niggles up. Mm. But one injury will put pressure on another area, so your body's constantly throwing the biomechanics around. But when he's on it, he's terrific. And I like the way yesterday as a team as well, we refused to get bullied by them, which is better. And why should we? We're better than them. And they knew it. So we're just growing confidence as a team and as individuals, and I'm sure Mikey took a lot from that. I sent him a message last night, and it was terrific. And it was. That's where they all were. There's a lot of good contributions out there. Nobody let us down.
Just briefly, you did say about Clarkey with his hamstring. He come off there late on. How is he? How was that looking? Or was it a bit too early to tell how bad it could be?
Well, the first 48 hours, you don't do anything really. You just let it swell up and rest and apply ice. So I'll probably get them down to... we'll get some clinic work done on them tomorrow at some venue or other. We'll do it and see what they're like. He recovers quickly. But again, hamsters difficult to recover quickly from generally. But certainly I don't expect to see Adam. When I looked at it, he sent me a picture of his ankle, and it looks like someone's inserted a cricket ball around his ankle, so that's well up. So, but hopefully Dino will be back next week. A week's rest will do that. And, we'll put a team out, and they'll be very competitive again, and hopefully nobody else will come down with something.
Well, just on that, the other one who had his bell rung at the end of the game was Adam. He appeared to fall when he was pushed into the net. He appeared to fall and bang his head on the little wheel box at the side of the goal. How was he after the game? Is he all right?
Well, his normal phlegmatic self. You can't really tell with him. It certainly seemed all right, but he'll be fine. Yeah, good lad, good, strong, but. We've got ample cover in the goalie department. I'm not worried about that. We've got a fantastic experienced keeper, Blair, ready to come back soon. He'll have to get his chance. I stick with keepers, as you've probably gathered, unless they start having an absolute Lionel. But we've got a couple of really good young kids as well, Ben and Harry. So, no, he'll be all right, Adam. So we will.
Well, cheers. We'll might see you on Tuesday, but more than likely, looking at the weather, we'll see you next weekend. So for now, Rick, cheers.
It's not stopped raining here, honestly. I've been out this morning. It's just siled it down all day. So I don't give it much hope.